Tech layoffs. I was scrolling through Instagram by my bedtime at around 10 pm. I saw a devastating post of a mother who had two kids got laid off from Twitter workplace after the takeover of Elon Musk. The post mentioned about her personal situation and about how hard it had become to raise two kids with no source of income. I was shocked to see the incompetent behavior of Twitter even after being a leader in the tech world. Thanks to Elon Musk for buying Twitter. According to San Francisco Chronicle, Twitter laid off 6,000 employees, which is around 80% of their workforce. Nonetheless, I thought Twitter will be the only tech company which will do this unethical act on its employees. But guess what? I was completely wrong. 2 weeks after I saw that post, big company names like Facebook, Amazon, Google, Microsoft, and whatever big tech companies come into your mind laid off thousands of their employees. LinkedIn, an application which was once the only optimistic platform in the social media, became one of the darkest and saddest social media where people share their personal pain. According to Crunchbase, 139,690 tech employees have been laid off in 2023 alone. That's like population of Greece. Although some may argue that recession is the reason why this is happening, I believe the reason why tech layoffs are happening is because of the irresponsibility and lack of competence in the technology industry regarding the life of their employees. To illustrate, these tech employees who work so hard to break into tech are finding it hard to fill food on their family plates, whereas executives and CEOs of Twitter, Google, and various big giant companies are bagging millions of dollars and saying that they are apologetic to the employees who got laid off. The tech layoffs caused by the big tech companies can be brought down to two main problems. First, we have deporting talent, the failure of immigration system, and secondly, we have no source of income, a path to recession. Now, let's analyze the potential problem from the layoffs caused by the negligence of the tech companies. According to Stack Overflow, the US immigration system is failing H1B holders. A visa given to millions of talented workforce across the world is being scraped by big tech companies, forcing immigrants to leave the country. The impact on the families of H1B holders who lived in the United States for more than a decade are devastating as they have to restart everything from scratch in their home country. According to Fortune, 60,000 tech employees will leave the country because of layoffs. Apart from personal and emotional struggle for H1B holders, tech layoffs will also affect the talent pool in the United States. H1B workers contribute to the economy of the United States by their talented skill set, tax, and spending. The impact on the US economy and the lives of H1B workers are one of the highlighted problems caused by the tech layoffs. Additionally, there is another potential problem in the United States because of tech layoffs. It's recession. If we look at the basic logic of recession, it means economic slowdown because of less demand. Now, thousands of tech layoffs, which means unemployment will be increased and there will be less spending of money by the people who were affected by layoffs. This will lead to recession, a problem which can impact the US economy in the long run in other job markets. According to Nasdaq, economists believe that there will be 70% chances of recession because of tech layoffs. The impact of tech layoffs is a threat to every job sector because of the risk of recession. The question is, should me and millions of families in the United States whose family work in tech company as a source of income leave the country and start everything from nothing? Or should we raise our voice against these imprudent companies? Furthermore, let's take a dive into the cause of the tech layoffs, which have devastated the life of tech people. In brief, I think there are two causes as to why this is happening. First, we have technological advancement in the field of artificial intelligence, turning employment opportunities into adversity. And secondly, we have incompetent predictions of the economy, an error in the calculator which caused the loss of millions of jobs. Let's get started with the technological advancement in the field of artificial intelligence. Now, if you don't live under the rock, you must have known an app called ChatGPT, which shocked the whole world by its advanced features. Tech companies are reported to use advanced technologies like ChatGPT in their benefits and hire freeze the jobs that can be done by artificial intelligence. According to the Washington Post, IBM, a big tech company, could replace 7,800 jobs with artificial intelligence. This is a potential harm in our current market, as people who got laid off are finding it hard to get a job, and the impact of the advancement of artificial intelligence can be extended to the cut-off jobs of other sectors like software engineering. Moving on, let's look at the incompetent predictions of the economies made by the big tech companies. These tech companies assumed themselves as finance firm companies. In the letter of Mark Zuckerberg, CEO of Meta, he wrote, many people predicted that COVID economy would be permanent acceleration that would continue even after the pandemic will be ended. These vague predictions without any context led Meta release 13% of their workforce. However, the question is, why always the common man in this country pays for the blunt mistakes done by these executives? Should people just stop quitting jobs because of advancement in the artificial sector? Additionally, let's find some solution in this nerve-wracking situation. The problem of tech layoffs definitely needs to be resolved because of its negative impact on personal and public growth. The issue could be resolved in two solutions. First, open communication with co-workers, a path to integrity and social understanding on the current market. And the second reason is social understanding on the current market, a stability to everyone in the company. Disclaimer, I will use Apple a lot in my solutions because Apple, a big tech company, has done no layoffs because of their strong foundation. Now, open communication is one of the solutions from which the tech layoffs could be prevented. According to Fast Company, there is lack of communication between the co-worker and the executive, which leads to lack of considered and thoughtful management of people. The opaque communication leads to misunderstanding of the goals and targets of the company, which leads to the CEO of Apple, Tim Cook, has been absolutely clear with his plans and goals for the company, which led his company without any loss in the job market and positive outcomes from the employees. According to Business Insider, Apple has been the best place to work for its co-workers. Open communication can also lead to redirection for their employees who are working on non-productive applications to shift their focus on the productive side. The solution is not to lay off but to have a redirection, which can only happen with open communication. Another solution is solid roots on the economic market. In clear terms, companies should consider their goals and profit based on current market and the careful understanding of the future of the market. Companies should not overhire their employees where demand is high and then dismiss those employees when the demand is low. They are employees people, and using them as a source of profit and loss should be immediately stopped by big tech companies. Companies should have a steady pace with their growth and employment irrespective of the job market. According to TechWire Asia, Apple have announced no layoff because mainly the big giant has not increased its number of employees significantly over the last 3 years. The steady growth irrespective of the economic weather shows leadership and empathy towards their employees and co-workers, which will eventually help to resolve the issue of tech layoffs. Now the question which relies on the mind, will companies show more empathy towards their employees by reducing mass layoffs? Will tech companies have clear goals and policies which will help employees as customers navigate companies' ambition? Time is the only factor which can answer these questions for us. However, we should be optimistic about our future, we should be optimistic about our present, and I hope companies should consider these ethical issues carefully, as issues like mass layoffs are generating a toxic relationship not with the employees but also with the innovation of technology. In conclusion, I hope technological advancement and the company's open policy lead us to the pinnacle of our transformative generation. Thank you.